Senegalese 19-year-old Pape Matar Sarr sits in Tottenham squad right now. He is listed for loan though. Rated 9 million to 27 million, making 30K per week as a breakthrough prospect. So if he's good, if he turns out good in your saves, he definitely, looks like he could be gotten on the cheap. But, let's find out in the next 10 years what actually happens to him. As you can see, some of his stats they're not too bad, I have to say. 13 dribbling, 13 first touch, 13 long shots, 14 passing, 13 tackling. He's got some numbers that are not too bad. They definitely need to grow. I would love to see some of these things grow, though. He's got some versatility. Unfortunately, he needs to bring it up on the wings. But as a central midfielder, as a DM, not too bad. And as an AMC, so he can play a little bit. Physically, not the greatest. 12 acceleration, 10 pace. So he's really got to bring that up a bit. If he wants to sit in my squad, I have to say I am definitely on the pacier side. I would like to see the pacier side of things. Leadership of 10s, not the greatest. Off the ball, positioning, teamwork, 14s and 13s, not too bad. So he definitely, like I said, he's got some good numbers. I just would like to see him grow a bit. Milestone-wise, just to start out, as you can see, Senegalese Cup winner, Senegalese League One champions, first international cap. He has nothing for Tottenham yet. FC Metz, he didn't get, league debut, score a league cup or league goal on it, whatever. So nothing. No. I don't know why FM decides to not list these out in your milestones when they do it for almost everyone else. But, I don't know what FC Metz, what he was like there. His stats are not too bad right now. I can see why he's at Tottenham. He's a youngster, 19 years old. But the next 10 years are going to be crucial for his development. Is he going to stay at Tottenham or is he going to move on? Is he going to grow at all? Let's find out. In at the end of the 2033 season, he is at West Ham right now. However, he is wanted on transfer by Bournemouth, but 30 years old, 85 caps. So internationally, he's doing not too bad. However, his stats just have not grown all that much at all. Acceleration and pace, his physicals. Agility of 15 is great. Natural fitness of 15 is great. However, the acceleration and pace for me is where it hurts. Stamina of 12, strength of 13, But dribbling of 13, first touch of 14. He's got some 13s and 14s, 12s that just haven't grown, that you really would like to see. Leadership of 10 is still not great. Pace at 12, so that has grown a little bit. But overall, I guess okay. I think he's got a negative 8.5 in the winter update for the database. So that's really, as far as I remember, it's from like 150 to 170 as the top range. It definitely does not look like he's up towards the 170 range. It looks like he's much closer to the 150. And even then, that's a potential attribute that once you start your save becomes a fixed number somewhere in that range. However, you still may not reach that. So he could be under 150 right now, depending on the game time and injuries and all that, what happens to him. But he just doesn't look like he's grown all that much at all. Still willing, worth a scout. Rated at 14.5 to 43 million as a squad player. Maybe you just need that squad player or fringe player or backup or something. And it looks like you could probably get him for pretty cheap. Career stats wise, as you can see, he started in Senegal, generation foot, moved on as a free to FC Metz, then moved 13.75 to Tottenham, off to Stuttgart on loan for 450K, then off to Mainz for 875. He has not had a season above 7. It's sad to see. However, from Mainz, he moved to Borussia Mönchengladbach for 8.5. Did very well in that part of Germany, at least. 699, 692. Moved on to West Ham. 673 is not the worst, but it's not all that great. Definitely a squad player, but 31.5 million. 663, not great at all. Milestone-wise, he's got a lot of named in best 11s and bought buys, but first international goal and under 21 Premier Division Cup winners with Tottenham, and that's really it from what we haven't seen before. Now, injuries is where he shines. He's got almost nothing. 8 slights, 2 minors, and a major, and that is it. The major, yes, a double hernia. Is it a double hernia? Yeah. 5 weeks is not great. However, everything else is in training, 2 in matches, so but still not out all that much whatsoever. Tactically, DM for club, 13 appearances, 6.56. I mean, it's just awful to see. Internationally, though, for a DM, 41, 2 goals, 6 assists, 7.13. Doing much better on the international stage than he is in the Premier League or thereabouts in club at all. But as an AMC, 4 for club, 1 goal, 6.80. Much better there. Maybe should have been used in that position a little bit more. But 6.56 is just not great. So with all that said, we're going to move on to when he retires just to see what happens in the save. So let's get to it. Well, it is the end of the 2039 season. And as you can see, he is in Istanbul. Başakşehir, rated for nothing. I mean, his contract expires in 18 days. So, but I mean, his technicals are just, I mean, some numbers are great. First touch of 14, still there, passing of 14. But corners, crossing, dribbling, oh God. His physicals, acceleration, and pace are gone. He's barely walking these days. So yeah, it is definitely time for him to retire. And actually 2 seasons ago when he moved to Başakşehir, it says in somewhere in the plans, I think, that he was very happy to see the rest of his career out at Başakşehir. So you could see currently looking at retiring at the end of the season, 6/29/2039. 36, he definitely looks like it's time to retire. 121 caps, though, is fantastic. So from West Ham, he did spend 3 seasons in West Ham. 666, 663, 6, not great. Off to FC Liefering. There's that Liefering in Austria again. Off to Red Bull Salzburg on loan for 1.9. Liefering must be an affiliate of West Ham or something like that. But then back to West Ham. I mean, Red Bull Salzburg, 699 in 20 appearances. Maybe he should have stayed there. But Valencia on loan, 105K, 674, not great. FC Midtjylland in Denmark for 714, doing a lot better there. But then off to Istanbul, 2 seasons of just, I'm not even mediocre. I would say that's pretty bad. 25 appearances, only 2 the next season. So it is exactly pinpoint time to retire, my friend. Milestone-wise, as you can see, I mean, still signed buys and named in seasonal best 11s. English Under-21 Premier Division 2 champions with West Ham. So, I mean, sadly, he was sitting there for a while. Europa Conference League winners. Very good trophy right there. It's a fantastic one to have in the cabinet. Red Bull Salzburg Cup winners, so very nicely done. But pretty much everything else is just Senegal, West Ham best 11s, Borussia Mönchengladbach seasonal best 11. So he's got a lot of those, and that's pretty much. But still, 2 major trophies right there. But that is the career of Pape Matar Sarr. Definitely not one that I was expecting. I was kind of hoping. I mean, I'm always optimistic for some reason with these players who have really high potential. You think negative 8.5, if he can get to 170, that's fantastic. Any club would want him in his, the first squad. But this time, as many times, it just doesn't pan out as well as you'd hoped. But that's it. He ends his career in Istanbul. Interesting career. No question about it. I mean, definitely still one to scout, see how he does in your save. But that is it for Pape Matar Sarr. I am Sefian FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.